Hello everyone, this is Sophie K representing SK Business Strategy and Transformation. In today's fast changing world, one truth stands above everything else. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. Markets shift, customers evolve, technology disrupts. And in the middle of it all, businesses face a critical choice: adopt or get left behind. This is where the power of the pivot comes in. A pivot is not failure, it is not starting over. A pivot is a strategic shift, a bold decision to change direction while holding on to your core vision. Today we explore how adopting your business through smart pivots can be the difference between survival and extraordinary success. Okay, let us break this down. A pivot is when a business changes its strategy, product, target market, or business model in response to real world feedback or challenges. It's not about abandoning your dream, it's about refining it. Think of it like sailing. When the wind changes direction, you don't abandon the journey, you adjust your sails. That adjustment, that's the pivot. Okay. So why should businesses must adopt? No market stays the same. Customer preferences shift. New competitors enter. Technology rewrites entire industries overnight. Businesses that remain rigid break, but those that adopt, they grow stronger. The truth is simple. Adaptability is no longer a competitive advantage, it is a survival skill. Let us look at some examples, okay, in this. So, can you take this example? For example, today it's a global streaming giant, but that's not how it started, okay? Netflix began as a DVD rental service, delivering movies to people's homes by mail. Then came the rise of digital streaming. Instead of resisting change, Netflix made a bold pivot. They moved from physical DVDs to online streaming, and they didn't stop there. They pivoted again into content creation. Today, Netflix doesn't just distribute content, it creates it. That single decision to adopt transformed them into one of the most influential entertainment companies in the world. The second example, let's look at this another powerful pivot. Okay, Instagram didn't start as a photo sharing app. It began as a complex app called Babbel, focused on location check-ins, gaming, and social features. But users were only interested in one thing: sharing photos. The founders noticed this pattern and they made a bold move. They stripped everything else away and focused purely on photo sharing. That pivot led to the Instagram we know today. Simple, focused, global. So the lessons we get from these stories, what can we get? What can we learn from these stories? First, listen to your customers. They will always show you what matters most. Second, be willing to let go. Sometimes success requires releasing what isn't working. Third, act early. The longer you resist change, the harder it becomes. And most importantly, stay true to your vision but flexible in your execution. So we have different types of business pivots. Okay, not all pivots look the same. Some businesses change their product, others shift their target audience, some move from offline to online, others go from services to products, and sometimes it's a complete business model transformation. The key is identifying where the opportunity lies. Okay, so the signs, for example, the signs that show why your business needs a pivot. Okay, so how do you know when it's time? Here are some signals: your sales are declining consistently, customer engagement is low, the market has shifted but your strategy hasn't, or your product simply isn't solving the problem anymore. These are not signs of failure, they are signals for change. So the fear of pivoting, okay? Let's be honest in this. Pivoting is not easy. It requires courage, it involves risk, and it often means stepping into the unknown. But staying stuck, that's an even a bigger risk because while you hesitate, the market keeps changing or moving. So how do you tell that your pivot is, it is successful and whatever, Start with data, understand what's working and what's not. Engage your customers, listen deeply, test small changes before making big ones, and most importantly, move with purpose. A pivot is not random, it is a strategic. Okay, so I'm bringing this back to you. Whether you are building a startup, growing a small business, or managing a brand, the question is not if change will come. The question is, are you ready for it? Because the businesses that win are not always the biggest or the smartest, they are the ones that adopt the fastest. So I'll conclude by saying I'm Sophia K. I'm Sophie K, representing SK Business Strategy and Transformation. Always remember this. Your first idea doesn't have to be your final success. Your current strategy doesn't define your future, and your challenges might just be pointing you towards your next big opportunity. So don't fear the pivot. Embrace it because sometimes one bold shift is all what it takes to change everything. Thank you for this. Thank you very much for listening to me. I'm Sophia. Bye. Love you.